All right, shalom, shalom, shalom. All praise, glory, honor goes to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushua, for giving us this truth. Double honor to all the elders, teaching on the four corners of the earth, teaching in truth and sincerity to you all. Say shalom. Brother Khan from the set of the Lions of Judah, and my colleague,
Brother Elijah, shalom.
All right, so we coming back with another video through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. And the title of this video is going to be titled, King James' grandson, Charles II, was a so-called Negro, a Hebrew Israelite from the tribe of Judah, man. All right, so get that precept real quick. Proverbs 21 and 1.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 21, verse 1.
Right, because this information that we bringing out has been so suppressed for generations and generations, man. The Illuminati, the powers to be, they don't want us to bring out this info, man. But we're going to bring it out through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, because there's a lot of falsehood going on in this current Babylon that we live in. Read that.
Right. The king's heart is in hand.
Calling to read it.
Book of Proverbs, chapter 21, verse 1.
Con.
The king's heart is in the hand of the Lord.
Right, so the king's heart is in the hand of the Lord. King James, man. The one who translated the Bible into the English text, man.
Right.
His heart is in the hand of the Most High. Read.
As the rivers of water, he turneth it whithersoever he will.
Con. So the Most High the Most High was working with King James. All right. Now we're gonna go into this book right here called When Scotland Was Jewish, man. And this book was written by Edomites, man. This is blow by blow account on what Edomites researched about the Negro rulers of Scotland and the British Isles, man. So we're gonna go to page 8, man. All right.
The Scottish royal stewards were equally dark and Semitic in appearance.
So you hear that? So it say the Scottish royal family, man.
Right.
So King James was a steward. All right. Read that again.
The Scottish royal stewards were equally dark and Semitic in appearance.
Read.
Of Charles II, dusky appearance his mother, Queen Henrietta. Maria had been half mortified.
Read.
Writing after her confinement that the child was so dark she was ashamed of him.
Right, so this is King James. This is his grandson right here, man.
Right.
They called him the Black Boy. Right, not because his hair was black.
Yeah, they called
because he was dark and Semitic. He was dark and dusky. Read that again, Bob Gusha.
Right. Maria had been half mortified. Writing after her confinement that the child was so dark she was ashamed of him.
Right, so she was ashamed of him, man.
Right.
All right, so now this is what Edomites put together, man. All right, now we're going to go to this book. This book was written by a Jake, man. Right, and the title, it reads, The Negro Rulers of Scotland and the British Isles, man. All right, so now we're going to go into that book. Go to page 87, man. So now we're going to deal with Charles II. Because now we got one source from this book, right? When Scotland was Jewish, because the Scottish people, the Negroes of Scottish were Israelites. They were Jews. Right. All right? Now get that.
The Black Protestant and Catholic King Charles
So it say the Black Protestant and Catholic king, read.
Right. Charles II was the son of Charles I.
Right, so that was King James' son. Charles I is King James' son, read.
Right. Who was beheaded in AD of 1649.
Read.
Prior to the death of his father, the young prince exiled to France to live among the Medicis.
Read.
Who were of his mother's side.
Right, so he went to go live with his mother, man, because it was a hit out on him. All right, they made posters trying to find this kid, read.
Right. While residing in France, a parliamentary exhibited a wanted poster throughout England for his arrest.
Read.
The poster referred to him as a tall black man.
A who?
A tall black man.
Read.
Charles' nickname while living in England was the Black Boy.
Right, so it was the Black Boy.
Right.
And here's an illustration of the Black Boy, Charles II, right here. All right. Looks like he got long, jerry curls?
Right.
All right. And they called him the Black Boy. Now, see, read what the word Charles means.
Charles of Charles means dark, black, or nigger, the same as charcoal.
So the word charcoal come from Charles.
Yeah.
You see that? So why they don't tell us this, man? Why they don't tell us this in the school curriculum, man? In the elementary schools, in the high schools, and in the colleges, man. They don't. They leave this information out, but they got us thinking that Queen Elizabeth is of the royal family when she's not an Israelite. She's not a Negro, man.
Yeah.
You know, they parade these people around the royal families of Europe and stuff like that, when the real royal family was the so-called Negroes, man. All right.
Yeah.
Now go to page 75. Now we're gonna go to King. We got something to read that.
Yeah, I got something, man. Check this out. Check this out. I'm finna read y'all about Queen Henrietta.
That's his mother.
Yeah, that's his mother right here. That's the king's wife right here. All right, look, check this out. The National Portrait Gallery has a few black paintings of a very black-skinned Henrietta and her swarthy complexioned husband Charles I, who was the grandson of the dark-skinned Mary of Scots. It was the following French Revolution by which untold numbers of black portraits were overpainted with pale brown paint. Now check this out.
You see that?
Check this out. It gets even deeper. Today's portraits of Henrietta Maria has been whitened.
Gone.
Let me reread that.
Gone.
Today's portraits of Henrietta Maria has been whitened. So they painted over that. They painted over her paintings. They was black at first. And then the white man, they brainwashed our people and they painted over with pale white paint. So now we think that she's white.
See, I got a scripture for that. Hold that. Go to Psalms 83. All right, because the Illuminati and the powers that be, they were responsible for the atrocities that went on with the royal family, man. All right, the sister was not just the sister, but all the black images, man.
Right.
They painted them white.
Right.
So that's the Illuminati round table. Get that.
Psalms 83.
Yeah.
Verse 1.
Yeah, hold on. Slide.
All right. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 83, verse 1.
Gone.
Keep not thou silence, O God.
Right, so keep not thou silence, O Yahweh. Read.
Right. Hold not thy peace.
Right, so hold not thy peace.
And be not still, O Yahweh. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult.
Right, so they make a tumult. They make a tumultuous noise against the Most High, man.
Right.
Read.
And they that hate thee have lifted up the head.
Right, so they have hated us, man.
Yep.
By chipping off the nose of the statues and stuff like that. You know, knocking off the lips.
Right.
Trying to rewrite history and stuff like that. That's straight hatred, man.
Right.
We don't go around knocking down statues from George Washington and Dwight Eisenhower and Thomas Jefferson. We don't do that, man, because that's the history that they made.
Right.
But Esau's been going around trying to take our heritage, man, and trying to rewrite history, man.
Right.
Read.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
Right, so they have taken crafty counsel, man. What is a form of crafty counsel? You got the original black images, and then they turn around and whitewash them by painting them white, which is called iconoclasm. Read.
Right. And consulted against thy hidden ones.
The hidden ones, the people that's in the hood.
Right.
All right, in the slums and in the barrios and the projects and stuff like that. Read.
Right. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation.
Right, so they definitely have cut us off from being a nation because we don't even know that we have history in Scotland, man.
Right.
As being the rulers, man.
Right.
See, they show you in the movie Black Knight with Martin Lawrence, man. How he went over there to Ireland and, you know, he was the Black Knight and, you know, that's all they show us, man. But he was ignorant to that. The character that Martin played, I forgot the guy's name in the movie, but he was ignorant to the fact that, you know, that we rule Scotland too, man.
Right.
All right, read.
That the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance.
All right, so the name of Israel is definitely not in remembrance anymore, man.
Right.
Read.
For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee.
Read.
The tabernacles of Edom.
Right, so that's the so-called white man. Read.
Right, and the Ishmaelites.
That's the Arabs. Read.
Of Moab.
The Chinese.
And the Hengrians. Which
is the Hamites, the Africans. Read.
Right. Jebel.
Read.
Read. Ammon and Amalek.
Right, so Ammon and Amalek is the Japanese in the so-called If I say this, they might strike the video down.
Yeah.
But we already know who Amalek is, man, because those are the people who run the world. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The people who run the world, the people who, damn it, the Jewish people, bro.
Yeah.
The Jewish people is Amalek.
The ones who own all the diamond districts. They own all your favorite sports entertainments. They own all the wrestling entertainment. They own everything, bro.
So that you could drop that. You could drop that. Right. Go to First Maccabees 3:48.
All right.
First Maccabees 3:48.
All right.
You got it on your phone?
Yeah. All right, this is the book of First Maccabees, chapter 3, verse 48.
Gone.
And laid open the book of the law.
Right, so that's the Bible. They laid open the book of the law.
Right. Wherein the heathen had sought to paint the likeness of their images.
So that they did it with the Bible. They put a white image of Yahushua, and they did the same thing throughout history, man.
You just heard us just read it. They painted a white picture of how we think she looked because they whitewashed our history.
Yep.
You feel me?
But that's it on that. That's it on that. You can drop that. Now let's go back to this book when Scotland was Jewish, man. All right. We're gonna go to page 61. Go to page 61.
I got you.
So yeah, man, we uncovering all the lies, man. We bringing out the truth, man, because the powers to be, they don't want you to know this.
All right, I got you. Notable in this genealogy are the relatively frequent marriages with the royal Stuart family.
So the royal Stuarts, those are King James people. Those are the black Stuarts, man. Read.
Right. Which regarded itself as being of Jewish ancestry.
Right, so now King James's people, they say that they are Hebrew Israelites from the tribe of Judah.
Right.
Read.
Marriage to cousins of the same name Douglas. And alliances with other families believed to be of Jewish descent.
And that explains why they had the Bible.
Right.
All right, that explains why they had the Hebrew scrolls.
Right.
Because they were Jews. They were Israelites. Right? As you see on this picture right here, you see one of the soldiers, the Negro soldiers of Scotland. You see he got the so-called 6-point star, which is really the shield of David. So right there, that proves that they were Israelites.
Look, check this out. And the Edomite that wrote this book, bro. This man was smart. Look, he even gave y'all the whole history of how the Douglas family out of the generations. It shows you in the book.
Yep.
Like this man, whoever wrote this Edomite that wrote this book, he knew what was going on.
Show him the cover of that book again. Show him the front. When you look at the front cover of this book, a Negro won't read that because it don't look appeasing, man.
Man, that's crazy, bro.
That's why you never judge a book by its cover, man.
Man.
All right, you got some more of that?
Yeah, man, that's crazy. Yeah, you want me to read that?
Yeah, just read it again for the sake of understanding.
All right. Notable in this genealogy are the relatively frequent marriages with the royal Stuart family, which regarded itself as being of Jewish ancestry.
Which is Israelite ancestry, read.
Right. Marriage to cousins of the same name.
Right, so they married their cousins who were Israelites as well.
Right.
Read.
And alliances with the other families believed to be of Jewish descent.
And then you have other tribes of Negroes who said that they were also Israelites.
Which page was that when it describes what the word Douglas means?
Yeah, we're gonna get to it. Because go to page 59.
All right, bet.
So we gonna bring out all this great information, man. Right. Because you're gonna find out once you do your own research, you're gonna find out that the KJV Bible belongs to us, man. This is our book.
Right.
All right. This belongs to the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians. Read that.
Right. The noble Scott family first appeared in Britain around 1300 and settled on the Scottish border, Brown of 1998. One standard reference book observes that the Douglases were one of Scotland's most powerful families.
So they was a powerful family. They was running it, man.
Right.
They was running. You know how Jake said they was running ish like a nosebleed, man.
Right.
They was in power. Read.
Right. And it is therefore remarkable that their origins remain obscure.
Now go to that one right there, the other highlighted portion.
The name Douglas means dark stranger.
See? So the name Douglas means dark stranger, man.
Right.
A lot of you Negroes with the last name Freeman, Carwell, Douglas, McDonald, it stands a good chance that your line could go back to Scotland, man.
Right.
To the Jews, the Israelites of Scotland.
Right.
Read.
Right. In Gaelic, it may have originated from the Mediterranean complexions of the family founders.
And you know that was black because it's gonna say it. It's gonna say it right there. Read that.
The Black Douglases. The Black Douglases, so named for their dark coloring.
Yep.
Right. Were the dominant force on the borders between England and Scotland.
You hear that? Dominant. Right. Dominant. We were running things.
Right.
So the original founders of Europe was not Edomites, man.
It was not Edomites.
It was not Edomites. It was Israelites.
Right.
Because they settled in Scotland or the British Isles in what? 1300s in the 1300s. Yeah. So we was running things.
Yeah.
All right. There's some more of that.
Yep. Family portraits attest to their ancestral Mediterranean physiognomy.
Read.
Right.
That's it. Okay, now go to page 33.
Bet.
So, like I said, man, a lot of this information gonna be brought out, man. All right, it's gonna be brought out through the Spirit, man. We research things like this, man. We not just making this stuff up.
Right.
Read that.
This is Stewart and Caldwell. That's the name of this chapter.
Mm-hmm.
The Stewart donor scores match those of the Caldwell donors in the second wave of immigration.
God.
So we now move to a discussion. Those Jews or crypto Jews who joined their Correlingist. Yep. In Scotland after 1300. What we term the Caldwell Stewart haplotype.
The haplotype. This is the DNA of the Stewart and the Caldwell. Right.
Is the most frequent male haplotype on record. It is widely distributed throughout Europe and America. It occurs in most ethnic populations, including African American and Hispanic.
Right. So that proves that the Hispanics and the Negroes are the same people, man.
Right.
Because we got the same haplotype of the Stewarts and the Caldwells.
Right.
All right. So when you see, because in Chicago you got a street called Stewart, and the word Stewart means swarthy or dark skin. All right. All these names did not belong to Esau. Esau had no history, man. He had no history. Okay, when they took over Scotland and the British Isles, a lot of the Negro rulers went into slavery, man. You see 12 years of slavery. That's why King James had to translate the Bible into the English text in 1611, man. In the 1600s, because that's when that slave trade kicked off, and that's when Columbus, that was before Columbus. Before that, Columbus he sailed the ocean, and he was putting people in slavery, man. So they had to have the text to connect with the Most High while they was in slavery, man.
Right.
All right. There's some more of that.
No, that's it on that.
Okay, now look, go to page, because it's so much more history. Right. 21. There's so much info, man. So now we know that the Hispanics and the so-called Negroes got the same haplotype as the Caldwell and the Stewarts, man.
Right.
Get that.
The Stewart family maternal line in France was descended from the tribe of Judah.
So they were Jews.
And remember, this book was wrote by an Edomite, and he telling you that Charles the First was from the tribe of Judah.
And Charles the First father was King James.
Man, that's crazy, bro. This is an Edomite, bro.
Read.
He believes his family is of Davidic.
The Davidic.
Yep.
You know that's King David from the Bible right there.
Right. Ancestry that is from the Jewish King David.
So that proves that they from the line of David right there, man. Read.
And he is therefore a Jew by descent. Man,
that's King James right there. That's King James right there.
Oh, man.
That's it on that.
Remember, this book was wrote by an Edomite. If an Edomite is telling you this.
Get an author's name. Go to the author. Elizabeth Caldwell, which is an Edomite. And what that say right there? Let me see. Hirschman and Donald N. Yates. So go look them up, man.
Go look them up.
Go
this
look
book
these
was wrote by
Edomites up.
Edomite. Man.
There's some more. Go to page 165.
Man, this is crazy. This book.
And we didn't even go into a lot of those pages yesterday. We just went to. I was just, you know what I'm saying, I was shooting from the hip.
Right.
Yep. Hit that yellow, the highlighted portion.
All right. King James V, he had a new breviary printed in Edinburgh by a wealthy merchant Burgess.
Read.
Walter Chapman and Andrew Miller, a bookseller. Concurrently, James V banned the use of the Roman Catholic breviary throughout Scotland.
Because King James, he was in tour with the Roman Catholics. All right, they were his direct enemies.
Right.
This is the reason why you might hear slander that said King James was a homosexual, because the Romans did not like King James. Read.
Right. Unfortunately, only 4 partial copies of this work survive.
Read.
We believe that its 2 would prove to be a crypto-Jewish devotional text, akin to Rabbi Davidic Psalms book. So that's talking about that.
Read.
From this overview, we see that university education in Aberdeen during the 1500s certainly did not follow a Christian, Catholic, or even theological tradition.
Because the Catholics, they wasn't. See, that's one of the biggest religions right now in the world right now. But it's false, man, because it's not teaching you nothing. And matter of fact, the Catholic, they removed the Apocrypha out of the Bible.
Right.
And we're gonna prove that. We're gonna prove that. We're gonna go to the Zondervan Bible Dictionary, right? We're gonna go to the Zondervan Bible Dictionary. Go to page 86. We're gonna prove that the Apocrypha was a part of the original Bible, man. And what did the Roman Catholic Church do? They removed it out because it was exposing the Greeks and the Romans for being wicked, man.
All right.
Call it from the top.
All right. King James Version.
Right, so the King James Version, which is this one, the 1611.
Right.
Read.
47 and the best Hebrew and Greek scholars of the day were divided into 6 groups. 3 for the OT, 2 for the New, and 1 for the Apocrypha.
See, the Apocrypha was a part of the Bible. Read.
Right. 2 of the groups met at Oxford, 2 at Cambridge, and 2 at Westminster.
That's it on that. Now go to Deuteronomy 4 and 2. So these Edomites, they took their swineful hands and removed the Apocrypha out of our text, man.
Shit, 4 and 2?
Yeah.
All right. This is the book of Deuteronomy chapter 4. This is the book of Deuteronomy chapter 4 verse 2. Ye shall not add unto the word which I command you.
Right, so they read.
Ye shall not add unto the word which I command you.
Read.
Neither shall ye diminish aught from it.
Right, so they diminished aught from it by taking the Apocrypha out of the original book.
Right.
All right, 14 books was taken out. So somebody got to pay for that. That's in the law.
Right.
All right. So now we're going to get back into this book. Go to page 75. Now we're going to talk about King James, his father.
Right. Right. All right.
And we're going to show a picture of him too.
Right. The Protestant Henry Stewart also.
Right, so the Protestant Henry Stewart, this is King James' father right here. You can see he got long jerry curls. All right, similar to Pinky.
Right.
Read.
The Protestant Henry Stewart, also known as Lord Damley, was the son of Matthew Stewart and Margaret Douglas, the daughter of Margaret Tudor, the sister of King Henry VIII of England.
Right, so you can see right here, he was a so-called Negro, man.
Right.
So now why would they put King James up as a white man and you see that this is father right here? All right, falsehood, man. It's because it's diabolical and they don't want this truth to get out. All right. Now we're gonna show you you just flip and show them all the Negroes, man.
Right.
You see that? That's a Negro, man.
Right.
Who is that? Henry V?
Yeah, this the Henry VII.
Okay.
Yeah.
So look, this is the Negro rulers, man.
Right.
Now, why would Esau take this stuff out? Because it goes back to the Psalms 83. All right.
Look, even the first sentence, the Black Catholic Henry the Seventh, bro. They telling you like,
Yep.
They tell you.
It's a lot of more. It's a whole lot of more, man.
Look, let me read this real quick because they saying that
All right, go ahead.
they whitewashed his portraits too. Look, today's white portraits of the Tudors are fakes. Let me reread that. Today's white portraits of the Tudors are fakes, and throughout the centuries have been whitened and beige paint.
See, that goes back to first Maccabees,
right? Man, that's crazy.
Sure. So now we're gonna go back to Charles II, because in Europe, I believe in Scotland, they have his statue in a castle, but they have it in the back of the building, man. He got a statue in the castle, but they got it in the back of the building. And the reason why you don't see it is because they don't want you to know that he was a so-called black man.
Right.
So yeah, read that again. We're gonna close out on that.
Right. The black Protestant and Catholic Charles II.
Right. So the black Protestant and Catholic King Charles II, which is King James' grandson,
right, was the son of Charles I, who was beheaded in AD of 1649.
Right, 1649, read.
Prior to the death of his father, the young prince exiled to France to live among the Medici,
read.
which were of his mother's side.
Read.
While residing in a France parliamentary exhibited a wanted poster throughout England for his arrest. The poster referred to him as a tall black man.
He was tall. He was about 6'2", I believe they say he was about 6'2", read.
Right. Charles' nickname was, while living in England, was the Black Boy.
So they called him the Blackbird boy, read.
Right. And during his exile in France was called the Blackbird Most Royal.
So they called him the Black Boy, and then they called him also the Blackbird Most Royal.
Right.
You see that?
Crazy.
So with that, you know what I'm saying, it's so much. We might come back with a part 2 of this,
right,
because we didn't even really cover all the other stuff that we've read about.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like this book right here, written by another Edomite, The Ancient and Modern Britons by David McRitchie, man. All right, and he also talks about the Scots,
right,
the Stuarts. All right, so we might come back with a part 2. Lord willing, if the spirit permits. So with that, I hope this video was edifying through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shai. To you, we say Shalom.
Shalom.